Hey everybody, Steve Stine here, and I hope you're having a wonderful 4th of July. I'm actually heading out the door in just a couple of minutes with my family to go over to some friends and celebrate the 4th of July. But I thought, what the heck, I'll just take a couple minutes and show you how to play the National Anthem, if that might be something that's fun for you. So I'm going to show you the real basic fundamental way of playing this, and then we'll talk about some things that you could do to maybe make it a little more fun for yourself. So what we're going to be doing here is learning how to do this. We're going to go... Now, I'm going to show you that in just a second, and then I'll attach a link below this or something like that with... I'll just make some tab and throw it on Dropbox or something for you. But the big thing here is you'll notice I'm starting at the 12th fret. Now, if you learn the entire thing that I'm showing you, but you'd rather play it somewhere else on the guitar, this entire thing is movable. I'm going to show you how to play it in just one position, so that way if you want to play it a little lower for a little heavier sound or something like that, you certainly can. Okay, so what we're going to be doing here, let me show you the very first part and we'll break it down as we go. So we're going to be doing this. Okay, so right there what we're doing is going 12 on the 3rd string and then 14, 15, and then we're going back up. And don't worry about which fingers I'm using, just use whatever's comfortable for you. So. And then I'm ending on the 13th fret of the 2nd string. Okay, then the next little lick we've got is this. So right there what I'm doing is going to the 12th fret of the 1st string, 15, 13 of the 2nd string, and then I'm going to go down to the 14th fret of the 4th string, and then 11, 12 of the 3rd string. So it looks like this. And if you've ever learned any other stuff from me, you know I always talk about trying to learn things in sections. Unless you're really good at reading, you know, I'm going to give you some tablature to read, but unless you're really good at sight reading different things, it's always nice just to take a little piece and try and memorize the shape of it and then the sound of it as you play. Okay, so now the next part, we're going to go back to that 12th fret of the 3rd string that we ended on, and we're going to go 12, 12, same 12 twice, and then we're going to go to the 12 of the 1st string. Okay, then we're going to play 15, 13, 12 of the 2nd string. So it sounds like this. Then we're going to go to this. So that part is... So I'm playing 14, 12, 13 twice. And then I'm doing the same descent that I started with. So let me break each piece down really quick. I don't want to waste your time with this, okay? The 12s. And then the turnaround here. Now you're going to go back and do that exact same thing again, the entire thing. Then that leads us to the next part where we're going to go into this part. So right there we're playing 12 to 13 to 15. I'm playing the 12 3 times there. Okay, then I'm going to go back to the 13. So there I'm playing 13, 12, 15 of the next string. Then I'm just heading back up again. And then I'm going to go... So I'm just dropping down the scale playing 13, 12, 15, 13, 12. Then I'm going to do that same little turnaround, but the end is different. So right there, I'm going 14, 12, 13. Then I'm dropping down to the 14 of the 4th string. 11, 12. Okay, so if I put that all together, I have this. Now that brings us to the end. All right, so now we're going to be doing this part here. Okay, so let's take a look at that. So we're coming off the very end. So here we go. We're going. So you'll see I went 12 to 13, 12 on the third string, 13 on the second string. Then I'm going to go back to the 15 of the second string, and then up to 13 on the first string. Now again, it helps to have the melody in your head to know what you're doing, and you're just going to have to break this down in sections a little bit. And like I said, I will provide you with a link to, I'll just jot down some notes really quick for you, okay? So we've got the end here. Let's go back to that. Now the end. So right there, I'm starting on the 12 of the third string and going to the 13 of the second string. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the 13th fret of the second string, up to 13, back to the 15, and then... Okay, so... Now, the last note I'm ending on there is the C, so I could go to a C chord or something like that to make it sound a little bit heavier. Now, what's cool about this is if you learn how to do this, you can move it anywhere you want. So let's say you want to play it down here. The shape is going to be the same. You can just move it into whatever key, whether you like a lower sound or a higher sound or whatever, and it's not going to change anything. So some other things to think about to make this a little more interesting, if you choose to do so, is to be aware of the scale that you're playing in. Now, ironically, this thing, I don't want to get into great detail with theory and bore you with that, but it's partially like Lydian because it's got a sharp 4. And then it's also like major because it has the regular 4. If we go... So it uses both of those, but if you were just jamming with this thing, you certainly could just use C major and it would sound fine, right? So if you were playing, whatever, you played, and you want to go, and you want to just throw some sort of little lick in there. The other thing that's really cool about this is that a lot of these notes can be bent. So if you were playing, and we're going to go to this note, I could bend to that. Sorry about that. Or maybe the next note. Maybe I go... And then instead of going to the 12th fret of the first string, I bend the 15th of the second string. You know, there's just a lot of cool things that you could do like that. And then the third thing I'm going to tell you is that you can use some trills. They sound really nice in here too. So if you're coming off something that goes... You can always throw stuff like that in there too. I've performed the National Anthem a number of different times for a number of different events, and I always think if there's a bunch of people that are waiting for me to play and then waiting for me to finish because they're waiting for something else to start, whether it's a football game or a baseball game or a marathon or whatever it might be, my job isn't to spend 5 minutes soloing. My job is to play it, honor the particular situation and the people that invited me there, and then let them move on with what they're doing. So there might be a little embellishment, but usually I try and keep it fairly straight. But I would mess with this a little bit to make it sound a little more interesting and natural. Instead of just playing all the notes, I would bend things and stuff like that. So again, I don't want to waste your whole day. Have a wonderful 4th of July. And again, once I get a second here, I will get you the tab for this. I'll get a link under the comments or something like that for you to get this. So take care. Have a wonderful 4th of July, and I will talk to you soon.